Hello and welcome to the Willow Rose Cottage. You may have been following some of my videos where I was working on my sourdough starter, and then I kind of stopped filming because it just wasn't really doing its thing. So it's finally done its thing. Today is the day that I'm finally going to make my bread, and I want to bring you along. So I have my little book. It's open to the recipe. And I've fed my starter, and it says to feed your starter 6 to 12 hours before you want to use it. So I have done that, and it's been about 7 hours. It's going to be really late by the time I'm done. However, so I have my starter. It's looking really fabulous. If you remember me and my other videos, I had to start over, I think 4 times. I think this is my 4th try. So I'm really happy with it. It's got a lot of bubbles. It's really gooey. It's really wonderful. So the recipe says to take, 12 3/4 ounces of unbleached flour, 3 cups. So I have my stir together the flour, water, and active starter. So the more for dusting can wait later. So I got my 3 cups going in. This has just been such a journey. It's funny because, I mean, not funny, but it's interesting. I should count. 2. I was using the half cup. I have to put it all back. Oh no, 2 would be 1 cup. Okay, so good thing I paid attention in 2nd grade math. Okay, so that's 1 cup. I load this up to 7 ounces. Okay, this is what I do. Right? Okay, there's 7. Fit. So I have about 7 ounces. It's moving around a little bit, but I think that's good enough. Flour, water, and active starter. Cover the bowl with a clean kitchen towel and let rest for 20 minutes. Okay. I like this one better. Okay. So I was not watching my water. It got kind of hot, but I think we're good still. So let's just wait a few minutes and see. It's climbed up to 100, so I'm gonna wait a few minutes and let it bump back down to 90 before I put it in here. It's right at 100. I think that might be too much though, so I'm gonna wait. If this process has taught me anything, it's taught me patience. I am not even kidding you. I put some room temp water in it to try to cool it down, and it didn't really work, so I just gotta wait. I hope my starter doesn't do funky things. You know what I could do? I'm supposed to take the rest of the starter and put it in a jar and put a tight lid on it and put it in the refrigerator for next time. So I can go ahead and start doing that while I'm waiting for my water to cool down. Okay, so that's the rest of my starter. The lid. So then I put this in my refrigerator, and that will be my starter for my next loaf. Okay, 1. And 1/4. Okay, God, I got that figured out. Okay, so then I add this in. So I'm adding my starter in. Oh, should I stir this up first? In large bowls, stir together the flour, water, and active starter. Okay, just all together. Here we go. Here it goes in. doesn't tell me what this is supposed to look like, but it does look like dough, so that's good. I am absolutely not sure what this is supposed to look like, but this is what it looks like right now. So I'm gonna go with it, and I'm gonna cover it with a clean towel and let it set for 20 minutes. And I'll see you back here and see what the next step is. Okay, I wasn't filming, and it's a good thing my cat wanted out, because I stopped to let my cat out and I came back in and realized I hadn't turned my camera on. So I've washed my hands. I've already put the salt on because I thought I was filming. So here's my salt. It's gonna go over here. So the next step is to sprinkle the salt over and knead it in, okay? So let me see if I can knead it in the bowl. So I'll just show you what it looks like right now. And then I'm gonna continue on for 8 to 10 minutes, and then I'll see you back here. Okay, I've kneaded it for 10 minutes in the bowl. So if you guys know a trick where that stuff doesn't get all stuck to your hands, let me know in the comments below, because it was like all over my hands. So now I have it, it's all kneaded in the bowl. So now the next step is to lightly coat a large bowl. Good thing I have like an obsession with bowls. So I have several large bowls. So lightly coat a large bowl with olive oil and then transfer the dough to it, turning to coat all sides. So I'm going to use some rosemary olive oil. I just thought that would be fun. So lightly coat the bowl. Okay, I think that's pretty lightly coated. And then transfer, here we go again. This stuff is sticky. Okay, so I got it. Okay, put it in here. And roll it around in it. Ooh, that's not, well, that keeps it from sticking to your hands. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so cover the bowl with a clean kitchen towel and put in a warm place to rise for 90 minutes. Place your bowl in the oven with the light on. Oh, it looks like bread dough. It's so cute. Look at it. Oh, okay. Cover with a clean towel, which I have right here, and then I'm going to put it in the oven with the light on for 90 minutes, and then I'll see you back here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the page, and in 90 minutes, we're gonna do the next step. Hello, 90 minutes has been up, the beeper's going off, so I'm gonna take it out of the oven. The oven has not been on, I just have had it in there proofing with the light on. So it's been in here for 90 minutes, so it should be doubled in size. Let's see. It is exactly the same size. Oh my gosh! There was no doubling in size. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to flour the breadboard. Let me take this away. I've already washed my hands. So flour the breadboard and turn the dough onto it. Stick immediately. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, here we go. It does not look promising, my friends. The dough into an oval shape. Okay, did that. That was easy. It's like patting Louie on the belly. Okay, now fold the dough over a couple of times by grabbing the right side of the dough and pulling it to the left side. Grab the top and pull it to the bottom. Recover and let, what? Just that? That's it? Hold on. That's it? Recover? Wait a minute. Fold the dough over a couple of times. Oh, a couple of times. Okay, so maybe I need to just do this a few more times. You guys, I don't know. Maybe I should do it this way, right? Like, is that right? Am I doing this right, you guys? Okay, then it says recover and let rise for 90 minutes. Should it still be in an oval shape? Should it still be in an oval shape? Okay, so gonna let it rise for 90 more minutes. Let's see if that helps. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. This has been a journey. Okay. It didn't say put it back into the bowl and put it back into the oven and let it sit for 90 minutes, but I'm kind of thinking that that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna go ahead. That's what it looks like right now. Put it back in here. This book doesn't give real full instructions. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I'm doing any of this correctly, but we'll see in the end. Like at midnight, I might have a loaf of bread to eat. So here I am, 90 minutes later. Okay, let's see. I'm kind of afraid to open it up because it hasn't done anything. That's gonna be a bad sign. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, this is just terrible. Look, it's flat as a pancake. It hasn't risen at all. So it says to form it into a long loaf, again, like I did before. And then to pull it from the top, 3/4 of the way down, turn it, pull it from the top, 3/4 of the way down, turn it, pull it from the top, turn it, and pull it from the top, and turn it. And keep doing this until it forms a ball, which it looks like it's almost ready to form a ball. Okay, I'm in a ball. So it says that at this point, I can put it in the refrigerator with super tight plastic wrapped around the bowl, and it'll cold, what is it called? I don't know. It's called cold proofing, and then I can take it out tomorrow morning and I can continue with the steps. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the cold proofing method since it's not really showing promising signs anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna bake it up tomorrow, and then I'll show you. I almost threw it down. Okay, so that's not very good energy putting into my little bread that I've been mothering for like a week and a half, and it's just like not doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. It's kind of getting late, and poor Louie is he doesn't sleep well if I'm not with him. So he's just kind of getting up and coming out here and looking all droopy and flopping over on the floor, trying to sleep on the floor. Then he gets up and he goes and gets back in the bed. And so I'm just gonna call it a night. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, to continue this journey. At this point, it's becoming more of an adventure than a journey. So, okay. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to day 3. It should be day 2, but I took yesterday off from bread making to celebrate Bridget and Imbolg. So I'm back at it today. I put it in the refrigerator. I've had it in there, and now it's time for me to take it out and put it on the parchment paper. That's not true. I have to take it out and set it on the counter for an hour while the oven heats up. So I'm kind of doing this 2 different ways, and I'll tell you why. Because this book is not very clear on what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it. So I'm going to, so I don't know, you want to look at it? So that's what it looks like. And I guess what I'm going to do is let it sit out for like an hour while this heats up, and then I put it onto the parchment paper. And one of her instructions says to keep pulling it and let it rest for another 12 minutes or so. And then when I go back to the the retarded proofing method, it doesn't say anything about how I handle it afterwards, except for let it set out on the counter for an hour while it warms up. So at this point, I don't know if I'm supposed to do steps 8 and 9, or if I just go straight for it. I don't know. Maybe steps 8 and 9 won't hurt. So I'll do steps 8 and 9. I mean, I'm in it. I've made so many mistakes on this poor loaf of bread. So I'm just going to go ahead, let it sit out for an hour. You should probably put a clean cloth over it. Let it sit out for an hour, and then continue on. I'll see you back here in an hour. So I don't have the little cutter tool that you're supposed to oh, it just says slash the top of the bread. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't tell me anything. Slash it. Slash it. So do I slash it all up? Or do one little nice line? I don't know. She's just like, oh, just do this. It's like she's saying do the laundry, but she's not telling you really how. Like, yeah, it's like she's saying put the clothes in the laundry, but she doesn't tell you have to separate them first. So anyway, I have a slasher knife. I don't have a slasher knife, but what I do have is a little thing for my artwork stuff that I do, or I used to do, don't do much of. So I'm gonna take the blade out of here, if I can remember how to do that. Okay, I have my brand new thing. I'm going to go ahead and put this in some alcohol and sterilize it just so that I don't get any germs in my bread when I'm slashing it. Okay, I'm back. I have 2 more minutes left on the clock, so I'm going to go ahead and read what I have to do next. Although I've read it like 200 times, I still like don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that might be a little bit more than lightly. My hands are washed. So I pull it out like this. Put it in the center. Done. It's an oval. Good enough. Pull down once again, almost to the bottom. Okay. Quarter turn. Repeat until all sides are done. Okay. Sprinkle the top with a bit of flour and smooth it out. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This might be the first time I've actually been excited instead of anxiety ridden. So, okay, I sprinkled it with flour and I smoothed it out. Oh, exciting. Cover the dough with a clean kitchen towel and let rest for 15 minutes. Can I just use my other clean kitchen towel? I think I can. We do not need to keep adding what? Laundry. My dishes are like this, like they're everywhere. Okay. 15 minutes, set on my little kitchen timer. Yay. Okay, so he'll sit there and I'll be back here in 15 minutes. Okay, timer went off, ready to play. So the next part of the instructions is it says 2, test the dough by sticking your thumb into the side of the bread dough. Okay, let me do this so you can see it. Okay, the indentation springs back. It's ready, and it did. You saw it. It's ready. Okay. I kind of want to shape it a little bit. Now it's time for me to slash it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how deep? It doesn't say how deep. Using a bread lame or a very sharp knife, slash the top of the bread. That's all it says. Okay, I guess I go from top to bottom. Okay, slash it. Okay. Okay. I forgot to film putting it in the oven, so I'm sorry about that. But it's in the oven, 15 minutes. So let's get our timer. So now it says to go ahead and bake it with the lid on it for 15 minutes. Good thing I looked. 12 minutes. No. Oh my God. I could have ruined it on the last step. Okay, 12 minutes. Oh, I forgot something. forgot to spray it with my little trusty dandy water bottle. So look, I have 2 tools now. So now I have 2 tools. Then, oh, hi. Okay, so then after 10 to 15, 12 minutes, then I take the lid off of it and cook it for another 12 to 15 minutes, or until the crust is golden brown. Then I let it sit for 2 hours. Then I cut into it and we share a piece together. So this is how confusing this book is. The last step, after 12 minutes is up, I was reading ahead just to give myself some sort of memory jogging when it's happening. Carefully remove the lid from the pot and continue baking for 12 to 15 minutes or more, or until the crust is a golden brown. Remove the pot from the oven. Carefully remove the lid. Wasn't I baking it without a lid? So how do I carefully remove the lid to transfer the bread on the parchment paper to a wire rack, which I've gotten out, to cool? I think I'm going to get another book. What's tragic about this book is I never, ever, ever, hardly ever buy any books like new. I always get them at thrift stores. And this is one I bought new because I was thinking I want a brand new one that is like recommended and all the things. Oh gosh. So anyway, okay. See you back here in a few minutes. This is a very, very short step. All I'm going to do is open it up and take the lid off. But I thought you might want to see how it looks when I take the lid off. It's only half baked. It doesn't look like I scored it deep enough, which is really disappointing, but it smells good. I'm sure it'll taste okay for my first try. So I bake it with the lid off, took the lid off, and I do that for 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it at probably 12, and then I'll check it and see if it's golden brown or if it needs a little bit more time. I just came in from outside to check, and it just, perfect timing. So anyway, okay, my glasses are dark still, but I am going to check it and see. Come with me, please. Hey baby, Luna just came in. It smells wonderful, but I'm not overly pleased with the way it looks. I'm gonna let it go 5 minutes, I think. So we'll see how that works. So the next step is pretty easy. I take it out and put it on the wire rack. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my book away and probably hit some thrift stores, see if I can find a book with some easier instructions that I can follow better. Okay, it's time to go up on the rack with all the other books I don't use. You know what? Someday I'm going to go through all those books and I'll make a recipe from each one of them. And that'll be like a series I can film for you guys. That's a great idea. But for now, this one's going up here next to its neighbor, salads. And his other neighbor is the Italian country table. How fabulous. Oh, I wish I could cook better, but you know what? I am. That's why I'm starting right now. I'm starting. I'm going to be a great cook someday. You watch. I will. Oh, there goes my timer. I got to go. Or you're coming with me. We got to go. I have it here. Now I take it out. I wonder if these are hot. No. And there we go. There it is. It smells really, really good. That's promising. I think it needed to be cut a lot deeper, so I've learned that for next time, but it looks good. It smells good. I bet if I served this and it wasn't good, nobody would say anything because it's so pretty. Bread that took probably from start to finish a good 2 weeks. So I'm done. I'm gonna eat it. I'll see you back here in about 2 hours and we're gonna share a piece together. Okay, so the moment of truth has finally come, and I'm going to transfer it from here to here. And I'm gonna cut it. Oh my goodness, where do I start? I'm so proud of it. Look at it. I hope it. Let's just do this. Oh my goodness, look at it. It has holes in it. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so proud. I'm so happy it worked. That is beautiful. So the reason, oh, it's still steaming. Ooh, I was supposed to let it cool longer. And I don't think I need that much butter anyway. The sourdough flavor is not very strong. I have to be honest. If I didn't know that I made this with sourdough starter, I'm not sure I would know it was sourdough bread. I think I'm gonna have to research and figure out why not, because it looks pretty perfect to me. Just doesn't have the flavor. That's it. This concludes what, a week and a half, 2 week journey to get to this piece of bread. So I'll tell you what, it makes buying a loaf for $10 not seem so painful anymore. Bon appetit and stay whimsical.